Hi, I'm Brian Malow, coming from the 72nd Lindau Nobel Laureate Meeting. Here in Lindau, Germany, we have about 40 Nobel laureates this year and 600 young scientists from 89 countries. I'm speaking with two of them right now. I'd like to introduce you to Xiaomeng Hu and Rima Beesoo. And where are you from and where are you working?
I'm originally from China, so right now I'm studying at EPFL at Lausanne, the Switzerland, very close
Oh, Lausanne, very pretty, right?
Yes. I work with the vaccine development, especially like the mRNA vaccine and also another vaccine formulations.
And what level? Are you a postdoc? Or
I'm a PhD student.
You're a PhD
So right
student.
now I'm in the stage looking for some postdoc training opportunities,
And
especially maybe in the US in the future.
Excellent. And Rima?
So I'm Rima Beesoo and I'm originally from Mauritius Island. Currently I'm a postdoctoral researcher under the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation at the Leibniz Institute for Tropical Marine Research. So the name tells it that I'm a marine biologist. I work mostly on the natural product chemistry of marine sponges, deep water marine sponges, especially those collected from Antarctica. That's really cool, yeah. And also I work on jellyfish. I try to look for bioactive compounds from marine organisms that have potential interest in pharmacological research, for example, in the development of anti-cancer drugs. So that's about my project.
Excellent. So in the same way that aspirin is derived from nature, you're looking for interesting chemicals in sponges and jellyfish.
Exactly.
Well, why sponges and jellyfish?
That's a really good question because, for example, so let me give you an example. You get an infection, you go to the doctor, and the doctor prescribes you some medicine. Have you ever wondered where do these medicines come from? So most of the medicines that we have nowadays in the market are derived from natural products, especially from plants. So nowadays, most researchers have explored several natural products from plants, and most of those plants have been already explored for the bioactive compounds. But now we need more new bioactive compounds because the one that we already discovered, the one that we already have, they have become resistant to for example, to the bacteria that we have, like that's causing infection. For example, I give you an example of COVID-19. So we need new compounds that can be developed into drugs that can cure COVID-19. So we have so many mutations that are going on nowadays. That's why nowadays we need new compounds. And where will we find those new compounds? It's from the sea. Now, why the sea? Because if you think well, we have like 70% of the Earth is covered by the sea. Only 30% is terrestrial. So that's why we need to, now that we have so many robots, remotely operated vehicles that can go even deeper, like 4,000 meter depth in the ocean. So it makes it easier to explore the ocean. Now, good question, why sponges? Many people don't know that we have so many anti-cancer drugs nowadays in the market that come from sponges, which is, so that's my main research. That's why I'm focusing mainly on marine sponges, because most of the compounds that are derived from marine sponges are new. They have new structures, they are more bioactive. Just imagine, like compounds derived, so if a sponge is producing some compounds in the ocean and they have the effect on, for example, anti-predatory effect on other marine organisms, just imagine how strong, how cytotoxic they are. So that's one of the main reasons I'm focusing more on marine organisms rather than terrestrial organisms.
And does your work mean diving and collecting sponges?
So I'm a diver, so that's one of, I work in the lab and I also work in the sea. So having the best of both worlds,
Excellent.
it's the best thing to do. So my favorite, one of the major reasons why I'm doing research.
What can you derive from pigeons?
From pigeons. So see, pigeons can move, so they can escape from predators. Sponges can't move. They need to produce chemicals to escape from
interesting.
predators. So that's one of the main reasons why we also focus on the marine sponges. They can't move. They only produce chemicals to ward off predators. So that's about it. Yeah.
Excellent. So, Xiaomeng, you study vaccines.
Yes.
You're working on vaccine development, including mRNA technology.
Yes.
So, what part of it are you working on?
Yeah, actually, because we all used the mRNA vaccine during the COVID, but we still confront with some challenge, especially with the transportation in the developing countries, because we know the limited of the economics state, so they may not have very comprehensive the transportation chains. So it makes it a bit difficult to distribute the mRNA vaccine in the developing countries, especially in the Africas. So my work is try to develop the new formulations that can be transported in the normal conditions with the normal temperatures, and then can be preparing locally. So that will have more people.
Yeah. What do you love about the work? Did you always know you wanted to be a scientist, and did you always know you wanted to go into this sort of science?
Actually, the most enjoyable moment once you get the positive result. Actually, it's not only related about your publications or research, because you really see this kind of result will finally bring to the clinical applications, and then they will bring the smile face to the patients. That's the most enjoyable moment.
Excellent. Did you always know you wanted to be a scientist?
Yes. From very young generations, because doctor always could. When I was young, once I go to the doctors, he or she always can provide this kind of very powerful drugs and bring me back to life. And at that moment, I think, oh, okay, I will also work with a pharmacy or pharmaceutics engineering and provide all better products to help more people.
Yes. And is there something you wish more people understood about science and your science, possibly?
Yes, actually for the vaccine, especially for vaccine, there's still some people didn't like vaccine. Maybe they didn't accept the vaccine. But I think it's maybe more responsible from our scientist part. We need to communicate with them and use more easy understanding way to illustrate why it is works and why vaccine can protect you, and use our personal experience and our professional knowledge to help them to accept this kind of product. Actually, vaccine can really bring the good life qualities to all the patients, or as the prophylactic model application.
Excellent. So let's talk about this wonderful meeting we're at. Rima, when you go home and tell your friends and family who've never heard of this meeting, what will you tell them? What is the Lindau Nobel Laureate Meeting?
So the Lindau Nobel Laureate Meeting is all about getting together 600 scientists from all over the world, together with around 14 Nobel laureates who did amazing discovery in their life. So this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for any scientist, any young scientist like me, to get to interact, to learn about, or to learn and share about our work that we are doing.
Yeah.
And the feedback that we get from those Nobel laureates, or even our peers, the young scientists, may give us new direction, like new research aspect or new idea if we have to change about what we have to change about our research to reach our goal. So that's about it. Yeah.
And I know it may be hard to say it differently, but how would you explain what this meeting is?
Yeah, for this meeting, for my first, I will share my personal feeling. I will told my family that, okay, I already met Randy Shackman. All my family know I previous work with Exosome, and he's the leading person. And regarding about more general concept, I would say it's more like a collecting encouragement from the top scientists from the world. They will give feedbacks to your directions, to your insight, really engageable conversations. And this kind of encouragement will do really powerful things, like you are puzzling with continually academic or entry to the industry. After talk with them, yes, okay, right now I was confirmed that I will pursue postdoctoral trainings and continue work with the vaccine development.
Excellent. And what about some highlights? Rima, we're already pretty far into the meeting. What are some of the highlights you've had?
So for me, the most important thing, like even before coming to Lindau, like I was just, so I knew everything about the discovery of GFP, the green fluorescent protein. So why green fluorescent protein? Because it's from a jellyfish. And also, my dream was to meet Osamu, so the one who who isolated GFP, but it was by accident. So most of the time when I work on jellyfish, so I try to throw the jellyfish in the sink and see if there is some bioluminescence coming out so that I can have my eureka moment just like Osamu, but it never happens. But one of the most important highlights in this meeting was I was able to meet Martin Schalfi. So he is my inspiration, and the way he talks, the idea that he gave how to improve your research, that was really amazing. And I will always keep this in mind. For example, if I have kids in the future, I will be able to tell my kids that, I met a Nobel laureate and also who, like the god of GFP, Martin Schalfi. So that's amazing.
Yes, I had a nice long interview with him yesterday, and he was fantastic. Xiaomeng, any highlights?
Actually, the highlight I want to quote the voice from the Francisco Arnold, and she told us in the first day sessions, and PhD students actually act like enzyme. We are not only focused on doing research, produce the data. Actually, we are also equipped with a lot of opportunity to engage other creative activities.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's the most impressive encouragement I collect.
Excellent. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me, because there's so much going on here, and have a great rest of the meeting. We have one more full day tomorrow on Mino Island, and thank you.
Thank you.